Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I just wanted to pop in really quick as JLR is down at Eagle Pass. That is the border between the U.S. and Mexico. I was just checking out his stream and sent him a little chat. And I said, hey, do you mind if I show some of this on my stream? He said, go ahead. So I've gotten his permission to do this. We've done this before. And I just wanted to show you kind of what's going on down in Eagle Pass. Border's open. The border is open. Everything else is closed. We all have to be home, but the border is open. And JRL is going to be down there for a couple
We
days.
can bend the rules, break the rules,
and
not follow the rules.
I just want to pop in and do this, kind of see what's going on in our country right now on Christmas Day. Border is open. Walmart's closed. Restaurants are closed.
I'm sure there's people in this group that will probably get a job and work and try to do the best they can in America. I'm sure there is. But
your tax dollars
they're breaking the rules on coming in and not doing it legally.
Yep.
And also, more or less preventing people that want to come in this country illegally from coming in. Because you just butted the line.
Obviously, you want to make sure, if you're not, and I'm sure a lot of you are already subscribed to JLR. And I just want to let everybody know he has given me.
So one thing, it is warmer out here
today.
There's a flow of people waiting.
I remember last time he was there up on this riverbank, and it's different. This landscape has changed a lot. But you see this like house back here, and there's a house to the right as well too. And this is all fenced off. I'm going to guarantee this is a lot of where the cartel activity is. And sometimes you can see people, I wish you would go back, but sitting right outside where that wall is. And that's probably cartel members getting these people over to the areas. All these people walking right here is probably known cartel activity. They're watching what's going on, and you can see them. They're kind of staged out through this. And we were talking about this last time, but at that house, it was crazy. It was down there at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And all of a sudden, all these people started surging out from under, out and around that house and down to the riverbank. They started crossing across the river. They'll come up over the river onto the riverbank. And the weird thing about it is this, because this now is a federal thing, what happens is the state will be there with the National Guard. The Border Patrol will come along. The National Guard will hold everybody there. There's razor wire. National Guard will hold everybody there. The minute the Border Patrol shows up, which is federal, National Guard has to back off, the feds cut the barbed wire. They let everybody come in. This is different. This processing area wasn't like this last time. They will let them into this processing area. People will get processed, sent on a bus, and that's it. It's crazy. And the crossings lately have been almost triple to quadruple what they've been in the last couple of weeks. This has been some of the biggest surges that we've seen, crossing to 8,000 to 10,000 people a day. So all this area up in here in Mexico, all these houses, you was talking about it last time, this is probably all your cartel activity. They're watching, they're watching down in this area here. And sometimes you can see people like on chairs sitting out here. And those are people that are collecting money from these people that come by to let them over. And you can see all the razor wire here. It's crazy. But this is Christmas morning in Eagle Pass, Texas, the border on Mexico and U.S.
Like I got these. I got a box of milk booms. They just don't like them. So maybe like tomorrow I'll get some beef jerky or some meat. Get some dogs some meat. Because there is dogs around here.
Yeah, it sucks because what happens here is this pushes everybody that's done the right thing the right way. Waiting, like you said, 20 years, processed all their paperwork.
See, this is a bridge here where
to do it.
People from Mexico can cross in, but they have paperwork.
And this just gets everybody pushed back in the line.
I see a lot of them coming over with bags, probably Christmas gifts for their families.
So I'll hang out here for a little while. I'm home with COVID, so still recovering.
Or they come to shop. But I don't think anything's open here today. I think when the people are coming over, look, this person got some luggage or something.
Border's open.
I think they're coming over to visit family for Christmas. Dual citizens, that sort of deal.
Now listen, I make this extremely clear because I know this is a very touchy subject and people get very angry about this. I am all for people that want to come here and be productive, but I want them to do it the right and the legal way. This is not the right and the legal way to do it. And this really jams up the system. It takes away funds that can be going elsewhere. And it just causes a huge conundrum in this country. If you want to come here, be productive, pay your taxes, be a good citizen, absolutely. It's why I want you here. It's why I want you to here, help contribute and make this country great. But this is not the right way to do it.
Yeah, the wall's over there. Right here, I'll just show you over here real quick. I won't go down there. I mean, we could go down there. Oh, by the way, look. See that Humvee over there? That's on the Mexican side. Must be the military because they patrol on that other side, military or police. You can see it right there. Boom.
It's probably Cartel.
It looks like somebody's on top of there, right?
Yeah, there's people watching.
See that? They got dogs walking around all over there. See that? Yeah, it's like a Humvee tank. Humvee. Like the Mexican military.
Yep. Probably is.
All right, so let me take you over to the wall just for a second. I won't go over there, but I will show you where the wall is, which is weird because the river's right there and the wall is at least probably about 1,000 feet away from. It's up here by the road. So here's the incomplete wall. Definitely got warmer out here. See the incomplete wall? The wall's right there.
Surprised he's not going to be in Idaho. I asked him, like, you going to be in Idaho for the 28th? He's
We'll
like,
go
"Nope."
over to it.
Like, that's really crazy.
After all, we got time, folks.
Because he's like, I don't have any commitments until like
We'll go over to the
mid-January.
wall.
So he's taking a little bit of a break.
Give you guys a perspective here.
The best Christmas present, right? It's
It's like
free.
they have like a water pumping station there. We'll go over here.
It's free. Be right back.
Oh, it stinks over here. No, it really does stink over here. Here's your wall. But I want to show you something. What's crazy is one, they got a patrol car right there. See that? Patrol car right there. Here's your wall. Goes all the way down. But then it stops right there, and the wall stops right there. It goes all the way down and then stops. He's trying to get out. Trooper there trying to get out. Or he's stuck, or he's thinking people are going to come across. But see how far down it goes? Like it just goes and goes and goes. Of just the wall. Wall, 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 wall. Wall, 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 wall. Boom, stops. Look, you got Texas Patrol on the trees. Oh, we got Border Patrol right there. State Trooper. State Trooper. Look like a jungle. Look like a jungle. But yeah, I mean, but you could see right through the wall. What do you think? You think the wall was a good idea or bad idea?
Good idea.
They do not under any circum. And here's the thing about it, folks. You saw the trooper right there. They under no circumstances wants people down in that area watching what's going on. And I'm suspect of that, right? Like, why don't you want people, like there's a trooper right there. See him right there? I'm suspect why they don't want people to see firsthand what's going on.
Because they don't want it. That's exactly why.
It's so
They don't want people seeing what's going on.
wild, folks.
I think it's 8,000 to 10,000 people a day.
Like it's like a secretive, it's like a secret operation that they're trying to do here, and they don't want media to see the extent of it. So they kind of give media a little tease here and say, "Oh, okay, media gets in this little yellow zone up here at the edge of the property, so you can watch afar." Well, they don't want you down there seeing exactly what is going on, like how they're crossing over and what happens once they cross over, and how Border Patrol is handling
statistics.
The situation.
I'll give you some statistics. I'm reading from the Daily Mail. It says this was 5 days ago. 5 days ago. It says, starting on Sunday, the town of 28,000 residents saw a massive 9,957 migrants enter the city since just 82 hours, according to U.S. Border Patrol. So 10,000 people in 82 hours came across the border. The crisis is spiraling way out of control, local Congressman Tony Gonzalez said in Eagle Pass Wednesday. We're at a point of no return. Shocking video from processing center in Eagle Pass shows an overrun building meant to hold 1,000 migrants crammed with 6,000 people. Wow. This is just one of the waiting areas. There is a whole cage area in the back where with turf that can be fit about 100 people in back there. They're all squeezed in like sardines. Wow. Look at these photos. Hang on a second. Let me show you these photos. Look at this. Look at all the people. I don't know why this pop-up keeps popping up. Look at this. Wow. Wow. 957. 9,957. Wow. 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 24 pending intake, 5,000 in custody, 28 countries. Wow. Medical attention. A lot of people die too. I just watched wow, look at this. I just watched a video by one of the channels I really love following called Bald and Bankrupt. And he just did a passing through what was it called? That super dangerous area in the jungle in Colombia. And he passed literally like dead bodies, like people that just died in the jungle because it's so dangerous there. The Darien, they call it the Darien, Darien. And they were out there. It was him and his buddy, and they crossed through the jungle. They wanted to cross as a migrant and get to the U.S. border and follow kind of their path. And then they have to take a train that they call like the Beast. That's like the train of death. It literally goes like 80 miles an hour, and they're all just literally hanging on the top of it to get to America. And he was showing wasn't showing the dead bodies, but he was like, there's someone that's dead, like literally right there. And they died in the water. And the jungle is so dirty in that area because people just come out and they leave all their trash there, and the water is dirty. And there's like medical supplies everywhere and people's discarded food and clothing, and it's just really, really toxic there. They said the water is really toxic because people die, and they die in the water, and there's no one's going to take them out of there. So like the water is like undrinkable. It's really crazy. And these people just bring like their small kids, and it's nuts. You got to think, yeah. I mean, Paul's making a good point. Like all the trafficking that goes on, the human trafficking. They were talking about all, the terrible things that happen to women out in that jungle. They get exploited. These cartels, and they take the women, and it's just, it's really awful. It's really, really awful. It's not a safe journey at all. It's very dangerous. I don't know, William.
Yep. Your taxpayers, folks.
Yep.
Your taxpaying money.
Everything's closed today.
Look like spacesuits.
Can't get to Walmart. Can't get to a Target. There's no restaurants, no supermarket open.
This is
You
Christmas
know what is?
morning.
The
Titled
border's
this
open
video,
today.
Christmas Day Invasion. What do you think?
Yeah. The border is open. This is the greatest tweet I think I've ever seen.
Well, the kids are out there playing. You can see kids running around. See the kids running around?
I put a tweet out this morning about tonight's live, and someone replied to me.
Mexican military up there at a distance.
They tweet. I'll actually read you the tweet in a second. So I tweeted out this morning about tonight's show, and my tweet was, tonight I'll show you how Brian Koberger had other connections to the King Road house. I'll be live at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out. And someone just replied to me and said, no, you won't. The defendant had zero, capital Z-E-R-O, zero connections, had zero connections to anyone at 1122 King/Street Road. You want to find out who killed the Idaho 4? The answers are within the inner circle. And I literally just retweeted it. And I quoted under it, and I said, this is the greatest tweet I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, it's so good. These people are the most wackaloon people I've ever met in my entire life. Or I've not met, but come across. Zero connections. I like that. That's funny.
Tessa, you're here, your friend? We got somebody here from Florida?
Yeah, I agree, Lisa.
Ah, where are you at, Tessa? What location you at? Are you down there in that group?
Let's see if there's any more people out here today.
Brownsville, okay. Well, thank you. Be safe in Brownsville. So, Tessa, is Brownsville, do they have things that's going on like here? Is the same situation there in Brownsville as it is here? Yes. Interesting. So I like to go up to Del Rio, but the problem with Del Rio is Border Patrol actually has all that area blocked off.
Yeah.
And you can't even get anywhere near Del Rio. See, here you got a city on the other side.
Merry
there.
Christmas, everybody.
It's a city in a city. Del Rio doesn't let you go anywhere near that river.
Let everybody know I have personal permission from JLR to be streaming his content today. I already checked with him. He said it's fine. So go ahead, stream away. Yeah, I reach out to my sources. And I ask for permission.
I haven't seen anyone yet slip away. What I mean by slip away, and that's kind of maybe why the Texas troopers are here too, to make sure nobody slips away. You have a Texas trooper there, and you have Texas troopers over here.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you.
And one of the reasons might be because they don't want people to slip away. Gotaways, they call them. Gotaways. They got away. Train is coming.
Is that the beast? Might be the beast. Might be the beast. Oh, I'm sure there are a lot of terrorists. Funny how they have all those communication towers in the background up there near the border on the Mexico side. It's crazy. This is actually pretty light right now. Earlier, it was like 300 people down there.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tessa.
Merry Christmas. Welcome in. Yeah, it's crazy.
So, people have told me that, they have maybe in Brownsville, Russians are coming through. Would be interesting if true. Here's another bus. Bus has arrived. So more are going to get on this bus shortly.
Unmarked buses. Look at this. Unmarked buses. Keep it under the cover, right? Under the cover of night. I wonder if someone's tried to sue. Like, I wonder if you can sue. Like, sue the federal government for not protecting our border. I wonder if you could do a civil lawsuit. I wonder if someone's tried. So they won't let him go down near that razor wire because before he was way down near those porta-johns. They won't let the media down there anymore. That was right near the riverbank. Because before you could go right up there. It doesn't look like they're allowing people over there anymore because they don't want the media seeing them cut the fence, because that's what happens. The state National Guard, they stop it, and then they have to wait. When Border Patrol comes, they have to back off. Border Patrol cuts the razor wire because they're federal and lets everybody in. Barry, that's funny. Yeah. It's very true. A state attorney general could? Oh, okay. Why haven't they? What the hell, man? Raising taxes again. That's great. Good stuff. Unreal. Yeah, this is pretty light. Earlier it was really packed.
All right, so we got a bus that's leaving. Another bus leaving. Tinted windows.
Of course. Can't show
Oh, there's
everybody what's
people on there.
going
I can kind of see heads. Oh, yeah, there's people on there. That whole bus is full. Whole bus is full. Yep. Yep.
Oh, have they?
Heading to Maverick County Detention Center next. Yeah, that's where I think they're going of these particular groups. The question is, do they get on that flight, those planes behind the airport or behind the detention center? There's an airport there.
Why not?
Are they using that airport? Does anyone know if they're using that airport there?
Most likely. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God.
Yes, they do. Interesting.
Ship them up.
I'm going to have to go down to that airport in a bit and check, or at the very least tomorrow.
Thank you, Christina. Thanks for stopping by. Trying to get healthy. I've been battling COVID.
It's like more have crossed over.
Hopefully you're well.
It's just a holding area here.
It's free. Everything.
People can go up and use the restrooms.
Yeah. Really low energy, man. I walked 1 block over to my mom's house. I was gonna pass out because I met her in the yard over there just to see her for a little bit and get out of the house, get some sunshine because it's 50 degrees here today. I walked up 1 street and I was blasted.
Yeah, I hope all of you guys are having a Merry Christmas.
Super blasted.
I titled this video Christmas Invasion.
Yeah, I did too. Christmas Day Invasion.
Do you consider it an invasion?
Hell yeah, it is.
Or if this isn't an invasion, what is it?
No, I didn't, Barry.
What you think it is?
It was suggested to me, and I just didn't like the potential side effects of it. I'm not a big pill taker anyway. But when they started telling me the side effects, I was like, I'll pass. I'm just going to ride it out. Immune system will do its job. We'll hang out here for a little while longer, maybe another 20 minutes or so. And then I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll be back tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But at 5 p.m., I have a new video that's going to drop in a premiere, and you're not going to want to miss that. That's going to kind of be a prequel to what we're going to talk about tonight on the live. So if you can make that at 5 p.m., I would appreciate it. And then tonight's live at 8:15 p.m. Hopefully y'all can make it. I'm going to do Idaho 4, Brian Koberger again. Then tomorrow night, I'll have the glare on. We're going to talk Karen Reed and talk about Idaho 4, some Idaho 4 news. I think that show is going to be great. Yeah, I'm not taking any of that medication. The side effects are like really weird. It was like, oh, the minute you start taking this pill, you're going to have a very weird metallic taste in your mouth, and your stomach's going to end up hurting. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't need to take that. I just increased a lot of vitamin C, fluids, multivitamin, and Tylenol to keep the fever down. And I had a little fever again this morning. That I can't shake. But as the day goes on, I feel a little better, but my energy is so low. I'm hoping, another week or so. But last time I got hit this hard, and I got hit with the Delta last time, oh my God, that took me like 2 months to like fully recover. I have no taste or smell right now. This variant is weird. It just makes your energy so low and just tired. Sucks, man. And I just got done getting over an upper respiratory infection that kept me out of work for 10 days.
Thoughts. Share your thoughts.
And I go back 2 weeks later. Here I am blasted with COVID. So this back end of the year is
Share your thoughts
for me. And I'm a pretty healthy guy. Like,
how are you?
Work out, multivitamins.
I don't know. Are you from here?
Well,
I'm from San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah. Where you
to hear this.
I'm from Florida.
God dang.
Came down to see what was going on.
Well, I've been here my whole life, working and everything.
So have you seen more here?
Oh, it was filled.
It was filled.
It was
when?
plumb full. I would say about 5-6 days ago.
Yeah.
It was plumb full. We've been through this our whole life. I've been down here, but we ain't never seen it like this.
Never.
Hell.
Yeah, because a lot of people on my channel, see, we're live on YouTube. You want to talk? You want to interview?
No. No.
I'm on YouTube live, but a lot of people are like, well, this has always been going on. But what I've been hearing and seeing is it's never been this bad.
No, I don't know whoever told you it was.
Wow.
It ain't never been like this.
So when did it start being the worst of the worst?
Joe Biden.
Wow.
Joe Biden with his no border policy.
There you go.
Joe Biden came in there. He changed every single thing up that Trump had in there. Everything. Joe Biden. He killed every bit.
Getting the real now.
2021 on. It just,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know much, when it comes to politics. I don't know much.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that President Trump, I will give him an A+ when it comes to border security.
Border security.
Yes, sir. Border security. Now, anything else, I'm not smart enough to tell you about Donald Trump and anything else,
You're just talking about the border in general. Because you're from here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Border security, Homeland Security, I'll give that man an A+. Yeah. But Joe Biden, he's turned his back. That is why Governor Greg Abbott has made these laws. They need
I saw
help.
that last week.
These people are desperate. They need help.
But do you think
I'm
Abbott?
not talking about them. I'm talking about the people of Texas. They need help.
Like, what do you mean? Like just American veterans or American citizens or
Law enforcement.
Gotcha.
They need help. They're
Gotcha.
overwhelmed.
Gotcha.
Okay. I started to really think that it was a bunch of bullshit, that you couldn't believe this, you couldn't believe that. But now when you get on TikTok and you see these different caravans that are on the way, they are. They're on the way.
They said there's actually a huge one on its
They're
way
on
now.
the way.
Like they said, they
Wow.
were actually showing also on these railroad
Yeah.
flights and on the top of the trains.
Yeah.
Traveling towards here.
Telling
Yeah.
you, they're on the way, buddy.
Beast.
They're on the way. And when they tell you that there's 6,000 or 7,000 of them, they are 6,000 or 7,000. It's like a few days ago, they 12,000 in one day got through in Lukeville, Arizona.
Wow.
Lukeville. Yeah, I've been
Yes,
covering
sir.
Lukeville.
Yes, sir.
You know what's interesting about Lukeville compared to here is Lukeville seems like they're more able-bodied men from the Middle East,
Isn't that
China,
strange?
India, Africa.
Isn't
I don't
that
see any
crazy?
women in Lukeville.
Women and children.
Women
here.
and children here. Most
Yeah.
people here from Venezuela. They
Yes.
say they're from.
Yeah.
But Lukeville is just how do they even get there?
Yeah.
Like or
Man,
like and you know it's mass organized some
Yeah.
way somehow.
oh yeah.
But
You
to
know,
go to Lukeville is like one. I'm thinking, well, there's no eyeballs there, no
No,
people,
that's-
no internet,
That's part of
no
what
cell phone.
That's part of what I was telling you. Law
Uh,
enforcement and border control are overwhelmed.
Gotcha.
You know, they're having to pull them off of this area to take them over here, and boom, then they storm over here. They actually had videos out the other day where there were coyotes. When they got them through there, they were waving and giving them the thumbs up. Man,
wow.
it was terrible.
Have you ever heard of any like violence coming on like here, like anything crazy happened at this location here?
Not this location here, no.
Nothing.
No. And I will tell you that I do believe that about, I would say 90% of these people that come across over here, they're just looking for a better life.
Yeah.
Now, all them young men and everything, I really honestly, like I said, I'm from San Antonio, and I was down there at the albergue. That's what they call the shelter. I was down there at the shelter yesterday.
Is it in San Antonio?
Yeah, I was talking. Yeah.
Is it packed?
Man, I watched 4 or 5 buses in one.
Where is that? Because I want to
San Pedro. San Pedro Avenue.
Pedro Avenue.
And all you got to do is drive down San Pedro, and there is so many hundreds and thousands of them out there, you can't miss
Do you
it.
know
Wow.
a name like besides?
I don't know the name of it, but it's right there before you get to 410. You can't miss it. They're everywhere. They're
Wow.
standing in the streets. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that's where I
Everywhere.
heard, and that's a location that I
Yeah.
want to go see
everywhere.
because it's okay. So these people here are going to that detention center up the road.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Where are they going? What are they?
I
gonna
thought they
do?
would end up in San Antonio, and then
This
from
is
San
crazy.
Antonio out.
See, I don't know where them people from San Antonio would come from. I was under the assumption they were coming from here.
Interesting.
But I talked to on a scale, on an age scale, you're talking 20s. I'm talking
Oh, I'm fine,
the
Paul.
oldest
Thank you.
person I talked to
I have food here.
yesterday
Thank you.
in San Antonio was
I'm
33.
good. I got food here.
And I was
I'm gonna have
I was
some
right
soup
there.
later.
That's
Young
my-
man.
I was right there. That's my truck. And I talked to like 5 boys yesterday. They were all in their 20s. And I speak.
And what do they say they're here for?
That's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
See, I speak Spanish. And I told them, mientras su tiempo aquí en mi país, ¿qué vas a hacer? I said, well, you're here in my country. What are you going to do? And they were all telling me, no, hombre, dame un mes, yo voy a tener todo. He says, give me 1 month and I'll have anything you need. So
Wow.
that tells you right there what they're going to do.
Wow.
They're getting in, that. And I told him, I said, ¿tú vas a vender drogas o qué onda? He says, I'm going to sell drugs. I'm going to do whatever. And I ask him questions. I say, okay, mira, señor, una pregunta, one question. ¿Qué dedicas atrás en Venezuela? I said, what were you doing back in Venezuela? And they said, vende drogas.
Selling drugs.
Drugs.
That's it.
Dealing
Selling drugs.
Selling drugs.
Right back here,
Yeah.
dealing drugs too.
Yeah. And
Jen,
that's
thank
like-
you so much
that's
for
like
the
a whole
5.
bunch
You
of
buy
them
me a
I talked
coffee.
to,
I appreciate the support.
Now,
Thank
there
you.
was a bunch, and that's really the reason why I didn't want to talk to no men. I didn't want to talk to them. Now, I talked to a bunch of women,
This is good stuff. This is a
They-
local.
desperate. They were looking for work. I talked to one girl. She was looking for work. She has to find work to send $7,000 back home, or they're going to take her mother's house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See, so
So you're talking to them just to get an idea of what's up. Like you just want to hear what's up. Like what's the deal?
I just
Like,
want to hear, just
gotcha.
I asked their age, how long they've been here. I talked to one mother that has 4 children. The children are back in Venezuela.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
NBC,
I'm
welcome
telling you.
to the new
I just
membership.
asked them their
Paula,
route.
thank you
I
for the
asked
gift.
them about the famous.
Appreciate that. Thanks for the support.
It's a famous place that they got to go through. It's called La Selva de Darien.
Mhm.
Over there in
Darien.
Colombia, the jungle.
Remember?
And I just asked
Did
them
you
that.
hear of this Darien Pass that people keep talking about?
That's what
I
I'm
was just
telling
talking
you
about
La
this.
Selva de Darien.
Darien.
That's called the jungle of Darien. That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
I gotta plug this phone.
That's the jungle I was talking about. Bald and Bankrupt just went through there. YouTube channel. It's insanely dangerous. There's dead people like in the rivers there and shit because they just die on their way trying to get to the U.S. Yeah, the Darien.
Yeah, they said they come through the Darien Pass.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of everybody I talked to come from there. Everybody.
Yeah, because they got to go through there over Venezuela, right?
Oh yeah. They got
Check
to go
out
through
that
there with
Bald and
Venezuela.
Bankrupt episode. It's very crazy.
Yes.
They had the
Yep, the Beast Train. Yep.
they had the train shut down
Yep.
for a long time too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and the reason is it's because they were all on the trains because the trains are not going to stop. They finally shut the trains down.
Wow.
Them people got off them trains and made their way here anyway.
They're walking.
And they finally complained enough because they were making like they were losing like $200 million a day with those trains being shut down.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So they finally opened the trains back up. And I have some bunch of friends in El Paso that were telling me about it too, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is there any other besides here? Is there other crazy points of entry where people are coming in?
Oh man.
What's the
El
number
Paso
one?
is
El
off
Paso?
the chain.
So it's bigger than this.
Oh my God. El Paso goes as far as you can see that way and as far as you can see that way, and there's nothing but a fence and the river, and they're everywhere.
Did they the Americans like us allowed to go down there to the
Yeah, you can go down there just like we are, just stand there and look. Oh yeah, this is our country. Yeah. It got so bad down there that the Mexicans were coming up to them, and they were setting all their tents on fire and everything. They didn't want them there.
Wow.
Yeah. They were setting their tents on fire. It was freaking horrible.
Wow.
And
This is the real right
like
here.
the same old story. The border, they stormed it. They got through, and it's since Joe Biden's been in there, you're getting close to 8 million immigrants since 2001.
I said on my live 15 million. You know, because I came with like I said like maybe 3 million a year.
Yeah.
And somebody said ask him about Plum Grove, Texas. Anything about Plum Grove, Texas?
Plum Grove.
Have you ever heard of Plum Grove, Texas?
No, I know exactly where they're talking about, but I haven't heard any news about
Plum
it.
Grove. Interesting.
Yeah, not in Plum Grove. I haven't.
So I figured 3 million a year.
It's you do the math. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I mean, they were saying
A lot of
this
people.
location in Lukeville, they were saying combined last week was 16,000 a day.
Easily.
Easily. So 12 to 16,000. But I mean, it's like, whoa.
Easily.
Like, and I was here 2 months ago.
60,000.
But I was able to go down there.
Yeah.
And I was seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Oh yeah. Coming across there, man, and they had some.
They want to live down there anymore.
They lost their lives. Some of them lost their babies. Yeah, it was terrible, man.
Yeah, I heard him screaming and all kinds of things.
Yeah. Wow.
So you came from San Antonio just to see what's up?
Yeah, well, I got a lot of friends over here.
Oh, okay, so you just said, hey,
yeah. I just want to come down here. And see
I'm
what's
just
going on.
shocked that this is going on Christmas, you know?
Oh man! But how long have you been here? Like 2 days, 1 day?
Yeah,
3
2 days.
Was how much was
There
in
was
here 2
nobody
days?
here yesterday.
Oh no,
Not
okay.
one person
Okay, then
in this pen.
I guess they
The
got
journalist the day before said the whole place was full.
It was packed plumb full.
So his speculation, the journalist was like, well, the cartels are going to take Christmas off, or there's a pressure on the other side. Now the people up there under the bridge, the Mexican thing, they put up like some sort of barriers, and they are walking.
So
they're kind of trying to stop it, or trying to make it appear like they're stopping it.
This is crazy.
But they're like, maybe there's some pressure on the other side to kind of shut it down for a little bit because all eyes are watching.
Yeah.
You know, because this has now taken the forefront. That's kind of what I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
But they were saying like as soon as Christmas is done, the next couple of days, they say it's going to ramp up.
Oh,
like,
it's going to ramp up like you wouldn't
But they're
believe.
saying every
I'm
month it
telling
gets
you
worse
right
and
now,
worse.
it's not going to come to an end unless Joe Biden does something to help this border policy.
Yeah.
He's not doing nothing.
Well, what can he do? Like, what can he do? Can he do a policy where he says automatically send back?
Well, okay. Well, let's figure for a second. What did Trump do that had it down?
I think he had that policy where they didn't let him back, put
Absolutely.
him right back over.
Absolutely. And we didn't have this issue. We didn't have this problem. So
I don't know
Joe
what
Biden,
that was called.
So Joe Biden can do something, you know. And I mean,
What about Abbott? Can he arrest people?
That's what that you know, in March, I believe that's when
Yeah, it
his
said
law
March.
is supposed to go in
Yeah,
there.
they said March.
You know, and then again too, if you think about it too, there's only two things in this country you need to vote. One's an ID and one's a social security number.
Yep.
So I think that you and me have a president right now that has bad intentions. I really do. Because if you give 8 million people permits to work, well, what do you have to give them when you give them that?
IDs.
You have to give them a social security number so they can do what? They can pay taxes.
Okay, so is it possible everyone in this group or anyone that crosses over can give them any name and be anybody they want to be?
Anything.
They could say they want to be
Anybody.
Juan Valdez.
Anybody.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because
That's
you're
what I'm
not giving
saying.
an ID and they're just asking, hey, what is your name? You could tell
Absolutely.
them any name.
And that's the most important thing that Joe Biden's not taking into consideration, because you don't know who's coming across that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think in a year, in 2 years, what I think we're going to be under a lot of terrorist acts. You know, I
Yep.
really do.
I'm concerned about Lukeville, particularly.
Absolutely.
Like this, I think some people, like, again, like I emphasize to this audience here,
Yeah.
I don't think everyone in this group is bad. I think some of them are, I think the
Absolutely.
system needs to be
Yeah.
fixed.
Yeah.
Yep. I
But
agree.
Lukeville, able-bodied men,
Yeah.
that clearly said on camera to some of these people that they're coming in here, they're not necessarily working, they're just gonna live that life,
Yeah.
is scary.
Yeah.
Scary that they could pick up weapons and arms,
Absolutely.
and
man.
you don't know who they are.
No.
Lukeville scares me.
And then again, it's like I was telling you a while ago. You know what I was telling you? Like I was sitting there talking to those young boys yesterday, and what they were telling me. They're not over here to work. They don't.
Gotcha.
They're not looking for a job. They're not. No. Those guys have bad intentions, man. You know. So.
And then I have a true crime channel, so I cover true crime, and another thing that's we've been seeing lately is a lot of illegal migrants committing horrible acts.
Yeah.
On, like in Texas, there was a girl that was just killed in south of Houston.
Yeah.
Another one found under her a bed, a
Yeah.
child, like from an illegal.
Yeah. It's just
That poor
it's
girl
on
out in
scale.
California, she was
Never been like this.
her parents came out to visit. This was in San Diego. She was out on a pier, and some guy came across the border illegally, was a gang member, and got through with a gun, and then had a gunfight with the police. This was a couple of years ago. I can't remember her name, but she ended up getting shot in the head during that exchange. And this was a guy that literally just jumped through the border with a pistol and started fighting with police. And she got caught in the crossfire and passed away. It's sad.
I tell you, the federal government give it to them. The federal government
Interesting.
give a single one of them a cell phone, a smartphone. Every single one of them. So what naturally, if there are no restrictions on the border, and as soon as you get over here, you're not going to be sent back. You're just going to be sent throughout the United States. What naturally are they going to do? Well, they're going to contact people back home, and those people are going to come.
Yeah,
It's going to be a chain and a domino reaction.
Exactly.
That's
Like
all.
it's basically everyone says, call your friends. You can
That's
come.
exactly
There's no
right.
repercussions.
Right.
Exactly
There's
right.
nothing. You can come. As long as you get
Exactly.
to the border, cross, you're here.
Exactly.
You get that 10-year court date.
Yeah,
6
that
years,
lady,
7 years.
Absolutely. That lady
Yeah,
had
they
a
ain't
court
showing
date of 2031.
Really?
Yeah. her-
2031?
Her law, or
Wow.
was it 30 or 31? But her lawyer has been an immigration lawyer for over 30 years, and he couldn't believe that. That was
Wow.
unreal.
Her
That was
court
a
date,
Colombian lady.
2031.
Yeah, that's wild.
She ain't coming.
So
back
yeah,
quick.
I'm gonna be going. Any other places I should check out in San Antonio?
Oh, no. San Antonio's mainly just down there at the. It's on San Pedro. I was
Gotcha,
just there
San
yesterday. Just there yesterday. Just go down San Pedro. You can't miss it.
So
You can
like
go down San Pedro just a little, and you'll see them everywhere.
one thing I've noticed coming into the airport was a lot of them were flying out. They'll have just a manila envelope or a plastic bag. They don't really have no luggage or nothing.
Yeah.
And they just get on a plane. I don't know how they're getting on a plane.
They're funded. They are funded. And
But then they need the identifications too, don't they, to get on the plane?
I think they're bypassing a lot of that. How
Jesus.
do they? You can't. I would go out on a limb and I would look at those people down there, and let's say I called that 200 people.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 175 of them don't have IDs.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, there's no way, especially the children.
Yeah.
No,
I concur. I agree.
absolutely not. No, sir.
I agree on that.
And it just now in San Antonio, it's kind of ethnocentric, because you're going to see these people over here, and then you're going to see a wall of black people. They're Haitians, Haitianos, we call them in Spanish. And,
Did they come through this way too?
I am almost certain that they're in San Antonio. I would go out on a limb and I would be almost 100% certain that they came from here.
So it's like segregated too.
Absolutely, because here a
Wow.
while back,
Interesting.
a few months ago, close to 6 or 7 months ago, down in Del Rio, Texas,
Mhm.
that was underneath the bridge. They had over 4,000 or 5,000 of them. The
Haitians.
Border Patrol was surrounded them. They were on horseback and everything else, and they stayed under there.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was working real hard at the time.
Somebody said the 7,000 block of San Pedro.
There you go, right there.
That's
right
what I'm gonna
there.
go check out
There
in
you
a
go.
couple of days. in a
And
few days.
before you get there, you're going to see them standing. You can't miss it.
Well, I'll probably do the same thing you do and talk and ask. And,
Yeah,
hey,
that's all.
what's up?
That's all.
I mean, hopefully I don't get attacked.
you go. No, you're not going to get attacked. There's cops everywhere.
Oh, really?
But that doesn't mean anything. They're not. They're not going to do that. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that. Now,
I generally want to know, what's up? Like, what's your intentions? What's your dreams, aspirations? How'd you get here? Like,
I want
to know about the how they got here, step by step. Like, what nation did they go through, and how they go to checkpoints, how they stay at different places before they got here.
I was actually talking to those guys yesterday, and the first thing I told them, I said, mientras su tiempo aquí en mi país, ¿qué está buscando? I said, your time here in my country, what are you looking for? I said, porque aquí en mi país no hay un sueño de americano. No más. No existe. I told them, now here in my country, there is no more American dream. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, no. So I don't know, man.
What's your name? I'm JLR.
Ray,
nice to meet you.
You too,
Appreciate
man.
the chat, Ray.
yeah, man. I really do think that we're underneath a president that has bad intentions. If you look at Colorado, if you look at what's the other one, Chicago, New York, those people they're on the streets, they're panhandled, they got children.
Yeah.
It's a crisis. It's a humanitarian.
So you've been
crisis,
studying
man.
this and seeing the
Absolutely.
what's going on, where the people go.
It's a humanitarian crisis, man. And they're talking about so many billions of dollars each year that they need. Who's going to pay for that? You and me are.
Taxpayers.
Absolutely. So it's and there's a lot of Venezuelans that are in Chicago, that are in New York. They want passports and they want tickets to go back to Venezuela.
Wow.
Really?
They've never been in any cold weather, and they're over there. They're in the streets.
Why do they go to Chicago? Like, how do they decide where they go?
I honestly believe that they didn't decide that. I honestly believe that's just where they
go.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Like, do they get say, hey,
Governor
you have
Abbott.
to go here?
Governor Abbott shipped them up there. And the reason that Governor Abbott shipped them up there was, number one, we needed relief, and number two, those were sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, y'all want to be a sanctuary city?
Yeah.
Okay. And
This is crazy.
it is 100. It's on a scale from 1 to 100. It's pretty much about a 90% Democratic ran city. So let's ship them up there, and and let's. What Governor Abbott, I believe, in his mind is doing is he's trying to get the problem out there and say, what do we with this problem we got down here? Well, let me show you what it's like. Let me send them to you. So
Yeah, the Florida governor was doing that for a while too.
yeah,
I think the Florida governor was doing a little bit. I mean, he was sending them Martha's Vineyard in different places. I mean, I don't know. People have different opinions about that, but
the biggest thing is I'm on the same page with you. What are you going to do? What are they going to do? Where are they going to go? What's their intentions? Because these are not animals. They're humans. They got to work. They got to eat. They got to live. They got to have medical care. The children got to
School.
have school. They get, so what?
Who pays for it
Yeah,
all?
who pays
And then
for
what are
that?
you going to do like a school? Like if you have like a community, like if you go to New York City and you got 3 million migrants coming to New York City, the school's already full to capacity. Where are they going to, how are you going to get these kids education?
And then you
You
had
want education of the children.
And then you had a very dire situation here not too long ago up there. They built a big place for them and took them out there. They didn't want to go there. They wanted to be back in the 5-star hotel. So.
And that's another thing with the hotels.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
in New York City, and there was a couple journalists that went to these hotels, and they were specifically for migrants, and they weren't letting public even stay in those hotels.
And now they're wanting them out because they built a place for them, but the migrants are saying no. We want to go back in there. We don't want that place out there that y'all built for us. It's, man, what do you do? It's.
And then you got the dogs too. All these stray
Yeah.
dogs. They come over with these dogs, and then they can't even keep their dogs. The dogs just run around.
Yeah, it's a very vast.
But it can't sustain itself, can it?
Absolutely not.
So where's the breaking point? Are we at the breaking point?
There's going to be a breaking point. I'm telling you, man. It's not going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a civil war. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I honestly believe that Homeland Security, that Mayorkas guy, he doesn't give any answers. He dodges all the answers that Senator Ted Cruz asked him, point blank. He does not have an answer for this. And another thing that those Democrats don't do, I don't know if you've noticed, they never come down here and get an eyeful. They never come down here to actually see what is going on these Texas and these Arizona borders. They never do that. Trump did, and he ain't even president.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He ain't even president, and he come down here and visited these people. And when he was president, we didn't have this going on. So
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be around here for the next couple of days, seeing what's up and seeing.
it's a real situation. A real situation.
You know any NGOs that are specific NGOs, non-governmental organizations
I don't.
Like financing this or helping, assisting them?
I think George Soros is behind the bunch.
George Soros.
George Soros is an open borders person. He doesn't want any borders. Then you got the Democrats that are right behind him. So I don't think they want. I think they want open borders. I really do. And that's going to lead to nothing but a communist country, like all these other ones are.
Yeah.
So our democracy is at stake, as we speak. How do I get on that? How do I find that?
See, take a picture of my hat and look it on YouTube. JLR Investigates. You probably find yourself probably about 5 hours in. We've been live streaming for a while. When I first came, there was nobody really here.
Yeah.
And then, I actually went down there this morning.
Oh wow.
And then I got chased out by border. Well, he kind of was like, he intercepted me, and then I was just like, "Well, do you own the property?" And I said, "If I go past you, am I trespassing?" Whatever. And he just said no. And I just kept going.
Did you have your gear here with you?
No, I actually had it down there. I was walking along the fence down there and seeing all the trash and all the clothing. And
that's another thing.
But then I started seeing people cross, and I'm like, okay, there's a wave of people crossing.
So they wouldn't let you down there on the.
Well, I went down there, but I think that their intention was to call somebody and try to kick me off. So I kind of just did my filming and left before I got officially kicked off. And then I spoke to a couple of the troopers. And they're saying technically we're not allowed down there. For some reason,
you used to be able to.
It's only for them.
Yeah.
Even though this is taxpayer money or taxpayer property.
Absolutely.
But we're not allowed down there. So.
That's another thing too. I don't. Who is going to clean up this trash?
Well, they have some volunteers cleaning up over there.
I'm talking miles and
miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all down that fencing.
I was watching a deal in the valley the other day. They were talking about toneladas, tons of trash. Every single thing, every little bitty dirty diapers, condoms.
Yep.
Yeah. Syringes, clothes.
It's all
every
medical waste.
Thing you can think of down there, trash everywhere.
I remember when
for miles and miles, it doesn't end.
One guy when I was over here last time, I was here 2 months ago. he comes over and cracks open a beer and just starts, just talking to me with a beer.
Yeah.
Like it was like
And
so
then the people,
surreal.
there's human waste.
I was talking to me
all
for
along
like
that
20
too.
minutes with a
Stroke,
beer.
Yeah.
disease.
It's like wild.
They showed a big group of them in Lukeville just walking down the road because the Border
Yeah.
Patrol had been called
Yep.
somewhere else.
Yep.
They just so happened to do it and show it where a guy went just like this and threw the bottle.
Oh man.
And yeah, it was unreal. It was crazy. Man.
Yeah, Lukeville, I'm gonna have to check out. It's just hard to get there. I mean, it's not hard to get there. It's just nothing there. Like the population there is like just a few dozen people, and
Yeah.
there's no internet. There's no cell phone is like next to none.
And I don't know why they wouldn't let you go down there. You're United States American.
That's what I
citizen.
mean.
I don't know why they wouldn't let you go down there. It's
I just think like for when this started really get ramping up, those rail, what are they? Rail cars right there?
no, those are
Shipping containers.
yeah.
They weren't there. They put them there.
Connex. We call them Connex.
Yeah, they placed them there, I guess, as a way to
tour the crossing.
Oh, just a
Yeah.
local.
It's
funnel it down there a little bit because there's nothing. Look at that. It's all up there. There's nothing
nothing.
but all the crossings happening there.
Yeah.
Why they do that like that?
I don't know.
I think it's an organization where they say, this is how, if you're going to come, this is how you do it.
right.
And you come this location right here and you'll go through this process here. They go from tent to tent. They go to that tent,
Yep.
go to the detention center for a day or two, get let out, and you're free.
That's right. See, and the reason that it's like that is because we've always had immigration, but you've never seen it.
Yeah.
Because they hid, and we had people over here that would get them and take them across. You never seen it because they knew that they would go to jail and they would be sent back. These people here have word now. Just come across.
Just come across.
I'm telling you,
That's
they're going
it.
to process you.
There's
They're
no
gonna let
reason
us
to
go
run.
anywhere we
There's
want
no
to
reason
go.
like before. Like when I was in Laredo one time, a few years back, we're in 2021. They were crossing. They were trying to run from Border Patrol, and then they
Yeah.
would catch them. But they still get to stay.
Yeah.
But they were running because they thought that they couldn't stay here.
Yeah.
Here, you just come over. You don't even have
You
you
just come over.
just come over. You
You're
can
gone.
stay.
They'll let you go. Yeah, that's it. That's
You
the
just
way
have to
it
go
is.
through a couple days of being processed
That's it.
in a detention center. I don't know,
Absolutely.
get your affairs in order or what. I don't know why they do it like that, but you aren't leaving. See, the Border Patrol put a statement out the other day and said we're stopping people and you'll be sent back, and people are like, that's BS. That's like
bullshit.
It-
That's bullshit when you
They're
got
lying.
TikTok videos of Border Patrol actually lifting the fences.
yes,
so they can
I got
put
them
in.
cutting the fences.
Absolutely. man.
Matter of fact,
Wow.
I caught them cutting the fences
There is
and
a-
then paste that on Twitter, and Ken Paxton was liking all my tweets
yeah,
while he's announcing he's filing a lawsuit
yeah.
against Border Patrol for cutting the fences.
I have a friend. He is a personal friend of mine. He's a DPS officer. I was talking to him in San Antonio the other day, and he said he had just come from down here, and he was telling me that half the time he doesn't know if they're fighting the illegals or fighting the Border Patrol.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I asked him, well, who's giving them these orders to do? He says there's only one person that can give them the orders to do that, and that is the United States president. He's the only one that can be telling them, let them in, let them through.
So what I heard this is what I heard with that is the Border Patrol cutting the fences because a federal judge said they have to. Like if
Yep.
they have,
Yeah,
like if
that's what
they
we talked
claim
about
that they're
couple
sick
minutes
or they
ago.
need help,
yeah,
by law they have to let them in.
yeah.
Like I don't know if that's going to be challenged,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
but it's right for them to take advantage of that by just saying, I'm sick, let me in, I'm
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
Boom, you're
Yeah.
in.
And President Trump had the DNA deal,
Mhm.
with the children, to see, oh, you got 2-3 kids here. Okay, well, you know what? Let's run a DNA and see if those are really, truly your children. President Biden took all that away.
Gotcha.
See, there you go. There's another one right there. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. All the child trafficking that we have going on nowadays, and he would take that away. Why would you do that?
Gotcha.
So, it's like I say, it's you give 7 million people the right to over here, you give them the right to work, then you got to give them a Social Security. All they need is a Social Security and an ID, and they can vote. So I think we're under a president that has bad intentions. I really do. I could be wrong, but it's just what I think. It's all there. So. Hey, I gotta go.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You too, man.
God bless you. Be
All
safe.
right,
Thanks for the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. All right, I just spoke to a local, and you know, the locals know. The locals know. They have opinions. They know a lot. They know, they see it firsthand. He's from San Antonio area. Says he got ties in this area, friends in this area. Seen it. He's already down here.
I was going to pause and kind of reflect on that and just talk a little bit about that. You know, that's the wonderful thing about life. And I think just the wonderful thing about people and conversations. And I don't think that we do enough of that anymore. We don't stop to talk to people anymore. You know, we're told to keep to ourselves. You know, I see this trend now with younger, I call them kids, you know, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds. Everybody's always walking around now with headphones in because they're blocking out the outside atmosphere. No one wants to take in their environment anymore. And I think that's very dangerous. One, you're training yourself to not understand audio and visual cues, you know, or a vibration of an environment that you may be in. If there's an incident where there's trouble and you have your headphones in, you're not going to be able to quickly react to that because you're not going to know what's going on. And I see that way too much. People walk around, they want to be in some other fucking planet and don't want to be in reality anymore. I myself, when I go out and walk around, I'm always surveying the area that I'm in, and I'm always trying to look or talk to someone and just gauge some knowledge about the place that I'm in. And that's what I love about all these deeper conversations when you're out of your environment. You know, stop and talk to someone, get to know the area. You know, we're just told not to do that anymore, and it's not a good idea. It's not a good thing. And I thought that was great. I mean, look at all the information that JLR just got in 30 minutes from a local, you know, and got a real gauge on what's truly going down there in this area. So, you know, I encourage people, and I know the average age in this room is a little older, probably close to my age. You know, I don't walk around with headphones on. I just don't do it. I think it's just bad. You can't gauge the environment you're in or around, you know, and that's really bad. You're training your body to not understand visual and audio cues. It's I don't know, man. I don't get it. I'll spend a little bit more time here.
Well, rest assured, I'm
Another
sure there'll be
15 minutes, and I
more
want to wrap this one up.
following suit.
Then I'll have a video that's dropping
They
at
just
5
like run out
p.m.
of, oh, here comes a bus.
Idaho video.
bus
Then I'll
came
be
from the
back tonight at
south.
8:15 p.m.
We got a
streaming
bus
live.
coming in. Got a bus coming in right over here.
I remember when Elon Musk was
Buses
down there. JLR was down there today.
This
Elon
one
Musk came
came
by and got
from
some video of him.
the south. I think the bus drivers of these buses are staying at the local hotels, by the way.
Probably are. Probably all government paid. Oh, my hands.
But there I see Border Patrol actually driving the buses. So strange. That's a more newer bus. Look
Oh,
at
they're
that
getting
bus.
paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for sure. Excuse me.
So it means a bus comes, it means some of these people will
Processing.
be getting on the bus. Probably shortly. I'm JLR Investigates. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard.
Wow. It's sad.
Live streaming the situation out here. In Eagle Pass, Texas.
I'll do about another 15. I'm going to wrap this up. And then at 5 p.m., I have a brand new Idaho video that will be dropping. That's going to be on a live premiere. So you'll be able to chat during it. And then I'll be back tonight at 8:15 p.m. doing more Idaho 4 content.
Another stray dog. Look at the stray dog here. Another stray dog just running around. Very, very sad.
Oh, my back. You don't want to get bit by that. Here he comes. Look out. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope did everybody have a good Christmas so far? Are you still out with your family, your friends, or are you home?
Looks like a coyote.
I'm home. I got hope I'm home. Oh, this dog. Coyote.
Poor dog.
I
Got a milk bone.
Don't feed it, it'll get you. Oh yeah, there's tons of fentanyl.
Here.
You gonna feed it?
Did you eat the milk bone?
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Poor dog.
That's a nice dog.
Oh man.
Now he feels bad. I thought he was gonna probably try to bite him, but he
Dog's just running around.
Yeah, lost.
What do you think, everyone? Today's just basically a live streaming from the location, just to kind of give you an understanding. If you're new, come on in. If you've been in for a while, you know, pop in and pop out.
I'll follow this over the next couple of days too. He's going to be down there for a couple of days. He gave me permission to stream. I asked him, said it's perfectly fine. Go ahead. So I've gotten permission from JLR to stream this. I'll follow some of this, maybe like an hour every day or something like that. Because I'm going to be home. I'm not doing anything, recovering. And call my doctor's office tomorrow. I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow. There's no way. So I'm going to be updating my doctor's note. Keep me out a little while longer. Because I am blasted still. Wow. Oh, wow. Everybody looks like Mylar balloons. What like a Mylar balloon looks like. Those blankets, heat blankets. Keeps you cool, keeps you warm. It sounds really windy. Oh my God. Oh, don't feel good. I'm going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. And again, I have a premiere at 5 p.m. You're not going to want to miss that. The Idaho 4 content. Then tonight I'll be back 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Paula. I'm trying. It's really whipped my butt. Getting my voice back a little bit today, but I feel like crap. My face looks like non-fat milk when I look in the mirror. It's so bad. Yeah, I sound a little better. My whole face is still super congested. It's been kind of messing with my equilibrium. Kind of just feel really spacey. Excuse me. Yeah, I slept really late this morning. All right, I'm gonna wrap this one up. This conversation was great. I'm gonna take a little break before tonight's live. Again, I have a video that's gonna be dropping at 5. It'll be excuse me. It'll be a premiere, so you'll be able to go in and chat during that. I'll drop the link to it if you all interested in checking it out. Please make sure to go over and check it out. Go over and check that out. I would appreciate it. So I'll be back with the premiere at 5, and then I'll be back at my regular scheduled time tonight at 8:15 p.m. to do some more Idaho content, and you're not going to want to miss it, 100%. So I'm going to head out for now. I'm going to get some food, relax a little bit, and then get ready for tonight's live. And hopefully y'all can make it. Hope everybody's having an amazing Christmas so far. I hope you got everything you wanted. I just want my health. That's all I'm asking for. And I'll talk to y'all soon later on. So thanks for checking in. Again, open season at the border. Everything else is closed. No supermarkets, no Walmarts, no Targets, but the border is open. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.